Good evening. I'd like to call to order the regular Planning Commission meeting for Monday, November 17th, 2025, and I'd like to ask Commissioner Winters if you would lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Will do. Thank you. Please stand. Right hand over your hearts. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can the clerk call the roll?
Commissioner Alba,
Present.
Commissioner DeCecco,
Present.
Commissioner Hamilian,
Present.
Commissioners Winters,
Present.
Chair Landis.
Present. Item number 4 is proclamations and accommodations. Staff.
We don't have any this evening, Chair.
Item 5 is public comments.
None this evening, Chair.
Item 6 is reordering of and additions to the agenda. Item 7 is announcements, future agenda items, and reports and meetings, conferences attended by the Commission. Item,
Chair, we do have one item that we want to bring up, and that is, you'll see on the agenda that there is one item that's recommended for continuance to the next regularly scheduled Planning Commission meeting agenda, and that's the only item that the Commission will need to know about right now, just as a future reference.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. Chair, also for the benefit of the public, I wanted to announce that we have a survey that's open now for our downtown specific plan update. It will remain open through November 30th. What we're hoping to have some input on is the form and feel of what our new downtown specific plan will be designed to provide. That survey is available online at moorparkca.gov/DTSP. And again, it will remain open through November 30th.
Thank you. Item 8A is consider resolution PC 2025-715 approving conditional use permit number CD-CUP 2025-0027. This is to allow engine rebuilding and transmission repair within an existing 6,086 square foot industrial building located at 11975 Discovery Court and making a determination of exemption pursuant to California Environmental Quality Act in connection therewith. This is on the application of Christina Kopp for TLG Auto. Staff.
Thank you, Chair. Good evening, Honorable Chair, Planning Commissioners, and members of the public. My name is Gene Burse, Deputy Community Development Director, and I will be presenting conditional use permit number CD-CUP-2025-0027, filed by Christina Kopp on behalf of TLG Auto. The proposal on this docket tonight is a request for a conditional use permit to allow engine rebuilding and transmission repair within an existing 6,086 square foot industrial building located at 11975 Discovery Court and making a determination of exemption pursuant to California Environmental Quality Act in connection therewith on the application of Christina Kopp for TLG Auto. The site is located within an established industrial area on Discovery Court, which terminates in a cul-de-sac just east of Marine Lane and north of LA Avenue, near the western boundary of the city of Moorpark. Access to the site is provided via a single driveway entrance off of Discovery Court. The immediate vicinity is characterized exclusively by industrial land uses within the limited industrial zone. The site is identified by the red rectangle on the screen. The site is part of what was once known as Moorpark West Industrial Park, which was approved by the City Council in 1988. The original entitlement approved the construction of the existing industrial building as well as other industrial buildings for light manufacturing, warehouse, and office uses, but did not allow for uses associated with vehicle repair. The municipal code does allow for uses associated with vehicle repair now with the approval of a conditional use permit. The proposed engine rebuilding and transmission repair use is for a low-volume, specialized luxury automotive repair and restoration shop. The internal facility layout includes 4 service bays, warehouse workshop space, an engine cleaning room, a fabrication disassembly room, storage areas, a break room, restrooms, a reception area, and an office. There is a roll-up door located on the north side of the building, which provides access to the workshop area. Alteration to the exterior of the existing industrial building or site is not proposed. The existing 10 parking spaces will remain, and they currently exceed what's required per the parking regulations. The general plan land use designation for this site is industrial park. The corresponding zoning designation is limited industrial, which is consistent with the general plan. The proposed engine rebuilding and transmission repair use aligns with the objectives of the limited industrial zone and is consistent with multiple general plan goals and policies by promoting a specialized use that enhances Moorpark's economic base without creating negative impacts to adjacent properties. Given the aforementioned, staff recommends the Planning Commission open the public hearing, accept public testimony, close the public hearing, adopt resolution PC-2025-715, approving the conditional use permit CD-CUP-2025-0027, and make a determination of exemption pursuant to the California Environmental Quality Act, subject to certain findings and conditions. This concludes staff's presentation, and staff is available for questions. Also, the applicant is present to answer questions as well.
Thank you for that report. Questions of staff? Okay, do we have any speaker cards?
None this evening, Chair.
Okay. I'd like to open the public hearing. I think there might be some questions from the commission. Maybe what you could do is after we ask you questions, maybe you could fill out a speaker.
Sure,
card.
absolutely, absolutely. We prepared a 3-minute introduction. Good evening, Planning Commission. My name is Christina Kropp. I'm Land Use Counsel for TLG Auto and Marco Gerasi, who's currently in escrow to purchase this property. Unfortunately, our architect, Nick Lafaro, could not be here tonight. He's been very sick for a week. But if there are technical questions that either Marco nor I can answer, Nick is on call, and we want to get all of your questions answered tonight. We wanted to thank Gene, both for his presentation today and for guiding us through this CUP process. I have to tell you, working with this community development department has been a fantastic experience. Everyone was so thoughtful, always responsive, solution-oriented. It's been a pleasure. And I'll let Marco come up and introduce himself, tell you a little bit more about his business, why he's choosing here, why Moorpark. But I do want to set the table, just explain a little bit more about why this particular use is a little different than most auto repair shops. TLG Auto is a very low-traffic, appointment-only, highly specialized Porsche shop, catering to a niche enthusiast market. There's no off-the-street customers. It's a personal, detail-oriented service provider for individuals who take pride, enjoy their cars. It's more like a hobby. There's no body shop here. There's no fender bender. There's no spray painting. There's no spray booths. I know that's a huge deal in Los Angeles. This is, Marco does a more comprehensive engine, transmission restoration, tuning, vehicle upgrades. Everything is fully indoors. We're not proposing any exterior changes to any of the exterior of the building, any of the property. In our application, we put 1 customer a day. It's really less than 1 customer a day. He has 1 employee, and he works there as well. It's been noticed. I've received 0 calls from anyone concerned. We don't think there's going to be any impacts to any of the surrounding uses. We think this is very much compatible with the existing industrial park, and we hope that you approve it today. With that, I'll turn it over to Marco to introduce himself.
Thank you very much for this opportunity to meet the Planning Commission. My name is Marco Gerasi. I am the owner-operator of TLG Auto. I'm a second-generation Porsche mechanic. I grew up in this business. My father started the business in 1978, and we've had 3 locations since 1978. The first one was 1 year on the corner of Moorpark and Coldwater Canyon. Moorpark and Coldwater Canyon in the valley. And the reason that we moved is because my parents couldn't afford to buy the land when it was sold. And so my father moved the business up to Sherman Way and Fulton Street, where we were for about 3 years. And then he realized that he didn't need Main Street frontage for the type of business that we run. And so we moved into the business, into the location where we are now, where we've been since about 1987, so roughly 39 years. It's a strong business. It's a family business. We're like a doctor's office. We are appointment only. We cater to mostly very high net worth individuals, but more just to people who truly love Porsches, and that's all we work on. I've been doing this my whole life. I did other things and ended up right back here. I've been searching for a new home for the business for probably 15 years. My father passed away about 10 years ago, which kind of hampered my plans. And then I went through a little bit of a difficulty when my wife passed away a few years ago. But her and we had started this process 5 years ago. And so this is sort of the culmination of a dream for us, to kind of cement the business's future for me, future for my children, to move to Moorpark and this community. I have family out here, so I have roots. I'd like for my children to be a part of this community. And so that's the main reasons I'm coming out to Moorpark. I love the community. I think Ventura County is favorable. I think that the town of Moorpark is the perfect vibe for my business. It's quiet. It's low key. It's a destination for my clients, which is nice. And I think it would be a really good fit. So I'm looking forward to being a part of the community.
Great.
Thank you. Questions of the
Chair? Well, you've answered, between you and Christina, you've answered most of them. So paint and body work is farmed out.
I don't do it.
Interior work was farmed out. I
Correct.
went over your website and drooled, and like everybody else does. Just real quick, just for everybody's edification. So all of the work is done inside the shop itself,
100%.
and there's no storage of vehicles outside the shop, I'm assuming that's...
Absolutely not. Yeah. They are all very high value vehicles. Everything is at night. Everything comes inside. Occasionally during the day, we'll take the cars and we'll push them outside, but they're not wrecks. They're not burnt out hulks. They are complete cars, or they're cars missing a motor and transmission that I'm working on.
Right.
But they're outside in the daytime and they are inside at night.
Just for, again, for informational purposes only, you're rebuilding engines, you're rebuilding transmissions. What do you do with cleaning fluids, things like that? How are that stored?
Yeah,
Those kind of things?
so all hazardous waste materials of any kind, they're stored in sealed containers. So currently we have two 55-gallon drums for waste oil. They are sealed. They have screw caps.
Right.
Those, we drain the oil into an oil drain. That drain is then pumped into the larger containers, and when those drums are filled, we call hazardous waste disposal. They come and they pump it out.
Great.
We have a valid EV, I guess it's called the EVQ number now, but it's the EPA
Right.
EVQ number. We have a valid one. All of our hazardous waste transporters have those as well.
Great.
There is no dumping. There is absolutely no dumping. I run a very clean operation.
Yeah, it was more about storage and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we
so,
for coolant, which we do very little coolant work,
Right.
because Porsches are mostly air cooled for the ones that I work on. The coolant is also in a sealed barrel. Oil filters, fuel filters, sealed barrels, and again, when those barrels are filled, they are hauled away by hazardous waste transporters, who then drop off a clean, fresh, new barrel.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so you already answered my last question. So you're air-cooled only?
No, I'm not air-cooled only. I'm primarily air-cooled. But no, I mean, I work on everything up to 2024. I'm
Right.
tooled up to do it, but it's a skill set. And the person that I had that did that skill set, he retired. So I'm in the process of finding another person.
Last question. So I'm sure Gene told you, we also have, as you move forward, we have the Spark process here in
Yes.
town. You're going to take advantage of that?
100%, yeah. My architect is already aware of it, my general contractor. Gene was really helpful in figuring and getting us going that direction, so.
Great. Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah. I do. And it's not about air cooled or,
No, it's fine.
Question kind of about what Mark was talking about. So you mentioned the plan is to have an engine cleaning room. So my question was, as you're cleaning the motors, like what happens? How do you collect
Okay.
the contaminants and then how are those disposed of?
I understand what you're asking. I think that the engine rebuilding and engine cleaning is sort of a misnomer. What I do is, first I take the motor out of the car, oils, fuels, whatever, those are collected and they're disposed of properly. Then I take the engine apart. This is done over trays, right? In the trays are used rags. Those rags are collected and placed in the barrel and they are serviced weekly. Then what I do is I have a big wash cabinet. Again, it's all self-contained. So it's a big washer, like a dishwasher for engines, right? A solvent tank, but it's, it's all self-contained and it's all serviced by hazardous waste disposal companies, I guess would be Clean Harbors, which would be Safety Clean. There's another company, that makes self-cleaning machines, but then you take the oil out of that and pour that into the waste disposal. So it's all self-contained in pans and, serviced regularly. So, but we don't do engine cleaning. Like I disassemble the engine, I clean the components,
parts, yeah.
and then I'm not a machine shop. I have vendors, I use Mountoon down in Orange County. I use my friend Josh, who's up in Fresno, and the parts go out there and they are machine shops where they do the machining and the cleaning and they come back to me where I do the measuring and assembling, so.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
And then a question about the exterior of the building. So it sounds like Gene said there's a large roll-up.
Yes.
And the 4 bays will be in that area, is that correct?
So I don't know if you could pull up the plan, but the roll-up door is on the back side of the building. It's not facing the street. It's actually facing another building who I know the tenant for 30 years. You have to roll that door up, and so you have to go inside, and then there are 4 bays along the wall. That's we're proposing. If you look, so none of it can be seen from the street, and the doors will be down. I plan to install, ventilation systems, an exhaust extraction system so that the cars can be run inside the building with the door closed and the exhaust is extracted out the roof. These systems are used at your dealership, so this is kind of an industry standard these days.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then just one last question. Christina, when you introduced yourself, you said your last name is Kropp, is that correct? Yeah, I think staff report has it as Kopp, K-O-P-P, so is that K-R-O-P-P? It is. Okay, so just note for staff. Thank you. Thank you very much, Marco.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Can you show where those roll-up doors are on the plans? Just-
Yeah.
If you pull it up, I don't have a laser.
It's next to the man door in the back,
Yeah, so it's right next to the man door on the bottom corner.
right there.
Right, nope, there's one down, it's at the bottom. Nope, here, I'll show you. No, it's right there. This is the
there.
roll-up door right there.
And
Yeah,
that's-
it kind of confused me because it looks like there's on the plans, it looks like there's just a regular door.
Yeah, there's the
There is
man
a
door,
regular
and then
door.
there is the roll-up door.
Right.
Yeah.
And that,
Oh, I can see it now. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, there you go, right there. Whoever had that
Yeah.
laser is the winner. Thank you.
Yep.
and that's adjacent to the alley anyway.
Yeah, so that like what you looks like an alleyway is
Yeah.
sort of like a driveway,
Yeah.
would be an easement. The
Yep.
building directly is like a mirror image of this building, and I know the person who's been in there since we went to high school together. So
Yeah, but that's on the other side of the alleyway then, though, yeah?
correct, yeah,
Yeah,
but
okay,
but
that's what
my
had me
roll-up
confused. That's
my
what had me
roll-up door
confused.
faces his roll-up door was what I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other questions?
So would that be Con?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan Kahn.
Dan Con, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll need you to put a speaker card in if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Yeah, I
well.
didn't know I needed to do that. I'm happy to.
Okay, well, if there's no other questions, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you very much.
I will close the public hearing, and I'll open this up for Planning Commission discussion. Commissioner DeChaga, you want to start?
Sure. Bringing business to Moorpark, something like this of this caliber, is definitely something I'd be interested in. So I don't see anything that, this isn't your typical auto body shop. This isn't your typical repair shop. This is much more high-end, much more enthusiast-oriented, I would call it, I suppose. So I'm all for it.
Great. Any other comments?
I agree with Commissioner Checo. Sounds like a great shop and good addition to Moorpark.
I'd like to make a note that the next time we just have DeCheco ask all the questions because it just knocked off all of mine.
Well, maybe you need to go first and knock off all his.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I'll just echo the same thing, and I agree with staff's specific and general conditions. Not that they were necessary in a lot of the respects, because the way that you run your business takes care of a lot of the concerns, and it's well thought out. Also like to echo, we want to welcome you and thank you for those comments about staff. We like to hear that. We think we have a wonderful staff here, and we appreciate those comments. I'm ready for a motion.
I'll move staff recommendation.
We have a motion for staff recommendation. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. Any other discussion? Do we have a roll call vote on this, or is? Okay.
Commissioner Alva,
Yes.
Commissioner DeCheco,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammerlinen,
Yes.
Commissioner Winters,
I
Chair Landis.
Yes. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Where can we get
Those cards, are they right outside? Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Item 8B was referenced in the reordering of the agenda, that's going to be continued. Is this a action item that we need to continue to a date certain, or?
No, not at this time. We will hear this at the December meeting. The applicant was not able to get the on-site posting in time, so it'll be advertised properly for that meeting.
Okay. Item 9 is presentation, action, discussion items, staff.
None this evening, Chair.
Item 10 is the consent calendar. This is consider approval of the regular meeting minutes of October 28th, 2025. Do we have a motion?
I move that we approve the consent calendar.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll
I'll
second.
second.
Commissioner Alva gets the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Move to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Third.
Good night, Moorpark.
Good night.